Hi, everyone. It is John C. Morley, serial entrepreneur here, coming at you this evening. What's actually this morning for Sunday, wee hour of the morning on April 24th, 2022. But this is actually for our Saturday, and this is episode one. You'll notice in the top right, you'll see a QR code. Take your phone, scan that QR code. Once you do that, then you'll be able to see my link tree, which is linktr.ee, and it'll send you to my specific page with lots of great free information and content that can improve your life and everyone else in it. Now, if you are new, every single day we have a topic that relates to the master topic of the week. And you're catching us today, which is really the Saturday show. And yes, we're starting a brand new topic. For those of you that are coming back, well, welcome back, friends, colleagues, and associates. It's always great to have you here and supporting me on my channel. And I hope that some of the new people that are popping by today will become loyal, just like all of you great guys. And the topic today is, what would you like in your box of chocolates? John, what are you talking about? Box of chocolates. Well, you might think I'm talking about Forrest Gump, but in a way, I kind of am. And that's where this idea comes from, the whole idea of a box of chocolates, right? Because when you get a box of chocolates, you never know what you're going to get, right? So this whole week is dedicated to what would you like in your box of chocolates. So just imagine that you got this great big box of chocolates. And what I want you to think about is not the kind of candy that you wanted. This is a metaphor, right, for the candy. I want you to tell me, what would you like in your box of chocolates? Just tell me one thing that you'd like to have. And you could have anything you want. So open that box of chocolates and pick the chocolate you want, or that spot where the chocolate is, and pick it up. And what do you want today as your box of chocolates? What do you want today? What thing do you want today? Just think about it. So you got that box of chocolates, you've opened it, and you picked it up. I'm going to reach inside. I'm going to pick up something. And you know what I want in my box of chocolates? I want other people in the world to be cognizant of how they treat others, not just me, but other people. And so the reason this is important is a lot of people think the world revolves around them. Not that people aren't important. It's just that it doesn't revolve around just one person, right? And so when we think about, understanding that, I know that you're probably saying to me, John, I have no idea what you're talking about. Well, if I could have my box of chocolates and I could just choose one thing that I could get right away, that would be people having an understanding that they know when they're being rude. They know when they're acting in a manner that's inappropriate, and they just choose not to be inappropriate. They choose not to blow people off. They choose to act from within. And if they don't want to be around someone, then they just come right out and say it. They don't beat around the bush. So this whole week, we're going to be picking out different things in this box of chocolates, things that you want. Now, maybe today, this idea of everyone else being respectful for each other. I don't mean they have to be friends, but I just mean that they're going to be respectful and cordial to each other. And let's say that that's a chocolate caramel for me. Chocolate caramel is delicious, right? So this whole week, we're going to pick different things out of this box that you could just have. But the problem with a box of chocolates is you never know what you're going to get. So, excuse me, if you could actually know that this is one of the things you can get out of your box of chocolates, I think you'd be pretty happy, wouldn't you? Be pretty happy because you'll know that this box of chocolates, everything in this box of chocolates is something that you actually want in your life. Some people get a box of chocolates and they're like, oh, I got that filling, or I got that strawberry, or I got that lemon, or I got that horrible tasting candy, or maybe you got that candy you bit into and it had like a liquid taste to it, right? And maybe it was a cherry. I always hate the cherries, and I like bite it like, ugh. And usually, what you do is you grab the napkin, so you don't want to spit it out. You just kind of put it right in the napkin, and you just throw it away. And one of the chocolate, I'm good for right now. So I think people do this in life. They pick a chocolate out of the box, and it's not what they're expecting, and they don't like it. So then they decide they don't want any chocolates anymore. But that's a problem because if you shut down to having all chocolates when there's a lot of chocolates that are good, right? And because you had one bad chocolate, you decide that you don't ever want to taste the chocolate again. That's kind of pathetic. So let's think about this in terms of people, right? If one person is nasty to you, does that mean all people are going to be nasty to you? No. But I just wish that my box of chocolates, that when I was able to grab that one thing out, I realized that it just made everyone aware that they want to be nice to others and they want to help others. And even if they're not friends with everybody, at least they can be cordial, say, hey, have a nice day or be cordial. I mean, I know all my neighbors, I'm always cordial to them. Sometimes even exchanging more than just a pleasantry of, how's the weather or how you doing. See, I think that's what's important. And knowing that you can just go to that box of chocolates and knowing that you could get what it is you want out of that box of chocolates. So if you got a box of chocolates and you bit something out of it, you didn't like it, chances are most people are not going to go back for the second chocolate. Now, because I've had a lot of good chocolates, and I know, let's say the candy brand, like one of them I love is Anna Kraus. And so I have one that's really terrible, like this cherry, whatever. And I say, you know what? I know the rest of the chocolates are good, so I'm going to look for one. So I kind of look for certain characteristics in the chocolate that I want. Looking at it has nuts in it, because if it has nuts in it, it's not going to have that horrible strawberry or that horrible, I'll call it putrid taste, right? So understanding a situation is important. And if you can make a choice between choosing this or choosing that, because of the properties or because of the characteristics of something, that's going to help you to be a happier person. It's going to help you to not have that chocolate again, because I know that that chocolate is a round, ugly chocolate. It's a round chocolate. And I know that it sometimes has a flat top on it. And that's usually a cherry chocolate. And I just stay away from those. Right. So knowing that there is a chocolate in the box that you're going to like because you've had many chocolates before, do we give up because we had one bad chocolate? A lot of people go home because they didn't like the chocolate or they didn't like the candy bar. They go home. And you know what? Many other people go home too. But there's some people that actually say, wait a minute. I had a bad chocolate. Let me just go rinse my mouth out or get some water and brush my teeth and let me go try another chocolate. See, that's dipping back in the pool. That's diving right back in. You also can be the person who's saying, okay, I cleaned my mouth and I'm ready to have another chocolate. You're like, okay, let me study these this time. Okay. I'm not picking the round ones and I'm not picking the flat top ones. Let me see if I can pick ones that have nuts on them. All right. I know those are kind of good. And I'm not going to pick a chocolate that has like a red color on it or a green color, because those are usually horrible. You see how I'm kind of making some deductions? But a lot of people, they don't make the deductions. They say, hey, it's not working for me. So I just don't want to eat chocolate anymore in my life. That's kind of terrible, right? That's really, really terrible. So people make the choice to have chocolate or not have chocolate, right? All because of a situation that they currently experienced, right? That's pretty cool, right? Think about that just for a moment. I know that a lot of people like chocolate, right? Then why is it that if you know there's a lot of great chocolates in the world, why do we give up when we had a bad taste? Well, I think this is very similar to the fact of people having, we'll call it a bad taste in their mouth, but I'm not talking about a physical bad taste in their mouth. I'm talking about something that makes them feel bad. Like I explained to you the other night, I had somebody a while back that I was meeting the person, and then they not only, when I tell them I'm going to be early, tell me that they made other plans with somebody else and they were just going to kind of catch me after that. And then they tell me that they're going to come, and it's now almost 28 or 29 after the hour. And they're supposed to be there at 7:30. There's no way they can be there. And so at 28 after the hour, they text me back and say, "Oh, John, we're running a little late. We'll be there about quarter to eight." I politely respond back, "Don't rush, guys. I'm going to head out anyway. I'm hungry. I'm going to go grab some dinner. Maybe we'll catch you another time." And that's not being rude or nasty. But I think when somebody does that to you, and then here's the icing on the cake. When I wish them a good night and all that, they didn't even come back to me and say, "Hey, John, um, yeah, we'll connect next time. Sorry we were late." Or they didn't have to say sorry. They could just say, "Have a great weekend." They didn't even have to apologize that they were late. They just could have been nice and like, and I wish them a good weekend. They could have been like, "Yeah, you too," right? But they didn't do that. And chances are people that don't have that little nicety in them, they don't want to do it because they know they're wrong. Now, I wasn't trying to pull them on the carpet or call them out, but I'll tell you, I felt bad because here I was making sure that I got there in plenty of time. And several weeks later, I never got a text back saying, "Hey, John," nothing. A lot of people are egotistical and are all about themselves. Not everybody, but a lot of people. So if you know that chocolate is like that, then you avoid that chocolate in the future. But you don't avoid all chocolates. So you avoid people that have those kind of characteristics. Now, do you shut down and say, "Okay, I don't want to deal with them anymore"? No, maybe you give them another chance. Maybe you say, "You're going to meet again." And then if they pull that same crap again, you don't get upset. You don't get angry. You just move on. And I think when we can detach ourselves from the emotion that's currently going on, we're not so charged and it doesn't affect our body, definitely not our emotions, and not all the other things that affect our body, right? So just knowing about a box of chocolates is pretty cool. Tomorrow, I'm going to come back with the same box of chocolates. And I want you to think of something you want that chocolate to be. Just think of something. And when you think of what it is, know that that's what you're getting. And be grateful and thankful that you got a chocolate that is what you want. And you know what it looks like, you know the characteristics of it, so you'll be able to find it again in the future. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I'm John C. Morley, serial entrepreneur. And what would you like in your box of chocolates? Well, tonight I want the caramel, and I want the chocolate caramel, and I want everyone in this world to embody each other and to respect others. I'm not saying they have to be befriending each other or fast friends with everybody, but they got to be respectful and they got to be courteous. And if you don't have the decency to tell somebody you don't want to hang around with them, then you're being cruel. Not the fact that you don't want to hang around with them, but the fact that you can't tell them that you don't want to hang around with them. See, that's wrong. Definitely, please go ahead and like, support, and you know I'd love you to comment below. What did you get in your box of chocolates tonight? And tag your friends, your colleagues, and your associates. Share them out with everyone you know on social media. And then look for that key phrase, help keep our content free. On my YouTube channel, John Space E Space Morley Space Serial Entrepreneur. Look for that key phrase below for PayPal and make the choice to buy my team and I a cup of coffee. We'll be so grateful. The pennies, the dollars. We'll invest into new hardware, new technology, new equipment, new software, and even new facilities and staff to give you the most jaw-dropping, inspirational, motivational content. Hey, everybody, I'm sure you've caught my hat, right? Believe and achieve. Before you can achieve anything, you have to believe it. That's a QR code, same as the QR code on the screen. In just a few weeks, I'm going to tell you how you can get your own hat with your own logo, QR code, a favorite vacation spot, maybe your pet, maybe a branding phrase, tagline, maybe just your name. But I'll tell you how to get one of those real soon, and I'll give you an exclusive coupon that'll let you get a discount just for my viewers. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your evening, and I hope you understand that just because you get a box of chocolates you don't like, it's only one chocolate you don't like. Don't make the judgment call that the entire box of chocolates are going to be ones you don't like. That's what people do in life, and they poison themselves and they poison others. So just because one thing isn't what you like, keep exploring. Jump back into the pool. Go brush your teeth. Get dried off, but get back in. Get back in the rink. Get back in the game. And go explore and have another piece of chocolate. And I will see you guys, you know when? Well, not tomorrow. Later on today, actually. And I hope you'll understand that chocolate is more than just something we like to eat, but it's a great analogy, thanks to Forrest Gump. You have yourself a wonderful rest of your night and morning, and I'll be back later tonight to talk about another chocolate that I know you would love to have in your box.